morning. Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday to all that are there. Lips kind of looking kind of pale there. I did pick the wrong pink or something. There you go. Fits better. Feels a little bit better. Good morning. Good morning. Happy birthday. Happy day to you all. Today is definitely a Leo day. You feeling Leo-ish today? If it's the 19th, then it's a 10. Yes, we like a 10. I made my hat like this because I was watching Ice Age Collision Course and I like Buck. I like Buck. See, what we noticed about Buck, if you ever watched a movie with your kids, because I have to watch all with my kid. Um, Buck was the wild balance. He was the wild card in an already wild place. See, he was actually there to balance out the atmosphere. He was there to balance out the environment. He was there as an active agent. However, all of his ways were unorthodox and they were kind of shied away from because they weren't necessarily the safest for everyone around. But you see, you had to have the mind of Buck, you see. If you have ever been privy to this movie, it's Ice Age. I think it's Seinfeld plays the main character now, and there are a lot of different characters in there. But Seinfeld plays the main character, and we have Diego, we have the mammoth, we have the sloth, and yeah, it was quite a good series. But the one called Collision Course, that's when they have the wild I don't know what he is. I forget what his species is, but he actually navigates it in an unorthodox way, but he's sort of like a spirit guide in a way, but he kind of makes you question yourself and question the way you do things because hey, if you're going to go through all of the trouble of questioning someone's else way of life, be bold enough to question yours. Okay? So, yeah, that's the lesson that Buck taught me, and that there are more than one way to skin a cat. Something's messing with my throat chakra, so I definitely have to get this message out. So yeah, there's more than one way to skin a cat, and it makes no sense. Some people just be trying to ride your wave. Why would you try to ride a wave that you don't understand? You don't even like water. And you think, why are you trying to ride the wave of someone else that you don't even you can't make sense of them. You don't understand them. So why are you trying to ride their wave? Why are you trying to fit into their life? Why are you trying to be included? Why are you waving? It makes no sense. You didn't even believe in Jesus. Why you got a Jesus piece? Like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Yeah, like seems like people be trying to be part of the party because they're not invited to the party. And I'm trying to figure out like why? Why can't you just observe and wave? Good morning, good morning, good morning. So that's that bit right there. I did my homework last night. I actually did. I actually had all of this done before I even went to sleep last night. Oh my bad. It started, yeah, it's pretty much all this, but I wrote it really small, so it was a lot fitting there. So yeah, that's how I felt this morning. I was listening to Baby Keem this morning. I love him as an artist. He is both vulnerable and tough and complex. I really like him. He has a song, Sons and Critics, and I like him. What it says, all right, huh? I already got to start from the whole part. Huh, huh, huh. It's a lot of sponge around me. Real ones are drowning. Get the fuck around me. Ho, 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 ho. Yeah. And when I listen to him, it's a lot in there because it's like affirmations as well, and it's self-actualization, and it's like, get away from me if you're not on what I'm on. It's okay. You cool. Just cross the street and keep crossing, but don't cross me. Don't cross me. Because you don't know what type of traffic I be in. You don't know what type of traffic I be in. Okay. Wheels. Okay. Wheels. On one. Yes. So what it is, where do you niggas be at when you say you be doing all this and all that? Dun, 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 dun. Where do you niggas be at when they say you be doing all this and all that? Dun, 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 dun. Don't answer that question. That's rhetorical. I don't care. So sometimes you've got to be a Kendrick in someone's life, and sometimes you've got to be a Drake. Who are you? Because depending on where you were in life, you was hitting on something, okay? You was hitting on something. And that's the seesaw life, and that's the wheel of life. Sometimes you're going to be up, sometimes you're going to be down. But some people need to learn to just wait their turn. You can't take shortcuts all the time. You can't be stepping on people's toes, because guess what? You got toes too, and they could be stepped on. So, with that being said, let's just get into it. Lessons learned, blessings earned, okay? So, I wanted to give y'all 116 because I'm feeling grateful this morning. Why not let you feel grateful too? You know what I'm saying? Because I know some of y'all ain't really listening. Y'all like, man, when y'all log off, y'all don't be part of the community for real. You got to stay part of the community when you log off. See, the biggest point you get is when nobody's watching. Because how are you consistent when you have to log off to do it? How are you consistent when somebody has to see you for you to feel like you should do it? You see what I'm saying? So you're not a self-starter. It's really not you. So stop fronting for yourself, because you're wasting everybody else's time acting like you supposed to be. You supposed to be who you supposed to be. Don't let that go over your head. Omarion said that too. You supposed to be who you supposed to be, not vice versa. A lot of y'all get on here and y'all be like, ooh, I like that. Ooh, I like her. I like her. I like her. And then you take her and then you apply it to yourself, and you never give the person their flowers, or you start trying to downplay somebody because you feel like you can do it better. But baby, this person is this person when they on the toilet. This person is this person when they paying bills and when they can't pay bills. Some of y'all ain't y'all when y'all can't be y'all. Because I be much muchier. Yes, Alice. Yes, Alice. No rabbit holes for me this morning. Good morning. So, clever with a feather is how she is. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Hopefully, you're having a great Thursday. I am pumped, okay? I am pumped. I am pumped. Do not get jumped by my spirit, guys, because I'm living a soft life. Why would I put a hand on you? I've got turquoise there for protection. Yes. Blue is it? Azul is it? It is. It is. Good morning. Good morning to all who came to enjoy this wonderful morning. Today is definitely a present and wonderfully a gift. Okay? Yes, it is. I love the Lord because he hath heard my voice and my supplications, because he hath inclined his ear unto me. Therefore will I call upon him as long as I live. The sorrows of death did compass me, and the pains of hell got hold upon me. I found trouble and sorrow. Then I called upon the name of the Lord. O Lord, I beseech thee, deliver my soul. Gracious is the Lord and righteous, yea, our God is merciful. The Lord preserveth the simple. I was brought low, and he helped me. He did. He really did. Return unto thy rest, O my soul, for the Lord hath dealt bountifully with thee. For thou hast delivered my soul from death, mine eyes from tears, and my feet from falling. I will walk before the Lord in the land of the living. I believe, therefore have I spoken. I was greatly afflicted. I said in my haste, all men are liars. That's a defeating feeling when you feel like that. But there's a sentence afterwards. What shall I render unto the Lord for all his benefits towards me? Because you did give benefits. I will take the cup of salvation and call upon the name of the Lord. I will pay my vows unto the Lord now in the presence of all his people. Precious in the sight of the Lord is the death of his saints. O Lord, truly am I thy servant. I am thy servant and the son of thine handmaid. Thou hast loosed my bonds. I will offer to thee the sacrifice of thanksgiving, and will call upon the name of the Lord. I will pay my vows unto the Lord now in the presence of all his people, in the courts of the Lord's house, in the midst of thee, O Jerusalem. Praise ye the Lord. Selah, and so be it. Okay. Yes, 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 yes. So the instructions is there. There is no need for sacrifice if you have surrendered your soul and your thanksgiving. Let all things that be wonderful include God. That's the best third party you can definitely have because he's the only one that's very unbiased. He won't get jealous, he won't get envious because take not which that was given. He's given you everything, so he has no need. He has no need for all of the things that you keep trying to covet and all you things you keep trying to take. He has no need for those things. And this is why that should be your only third party. If you cannot take it to yourself, if you cannot take sweet counsels with the things that you go with the people that you go in with, you can definitely take counsel with him and he will give you unbiased judgment. Be it if you celebrate with your higher self, your Hinduism, Yahweh, Yeshua, either way. That is unbiased because it is your higher self. It is looking out for your higher self. Now, when your higher self is too connected to your lower self, you can be tempted, you could be pushed, you could be swayed. Remember, the best part of the Bible is not being moved, being consistent. Being consistent, being able to be yourself in any situation, be it broke, be it in abundance, or be it just in the middle by the wayside on the countryside, just looking and perturbed and stuck in between the young and the old, and you're here. You're just here because it's no point in measuring an age if you're stuck between the young and the old. You just have to take account of being present. And don't take it for granted. Because when you are in the middle of the young and the old, you have a good position. You're able to look back and forward at the same time. And you're also able to make adjustments before you get there. You've already left there, so you're on your way there. It's time to make adjustments. Am I going too fast for you? Wait until the end and slow it down for yourself. Okay, so let's go. Good morning. Yeah. That part. Did I tell you I like Baby Keem? I love his. And I do a good juke, I try not to show off because, people have all these other things they covet, a smile, a mile, things of that nature. This wildness. Good morning, Stink. Yes, my Stink is being him this morning. So let's open my little notebook. The greatest casualty is being forgotten. I think some of our people here, they've gotten so entitled to the service that people do out here, whether they're in the military or not, that they forget. The greatest casualty is being forgotten. So do not dish what you cannot take. The greatest, and it came from the Wounded Warriors. The greatest casualty is being forgotten. And these are coming for big, strong men and women that do a lot to keep other people safe. There are some there that don't do that, but we're talking about the good ones here, okay? And that's this crazy. Like I said, if respect is free, who are you to leverage it when you want some of it? Good morning. We've got, what is it? Eastern Asian. That's what we call India, right? That's Eastern. That's Eastern Asian. It's Middle Eastern Asian. Okay. Yeah, good morning. Okay, so Trick baby. Okay, so somebody be tricking and making babies? Okay, so let's talk about that, sir, because I'm pretty sure. And let's talk about the ma'am, too. Let's talk about both people in this trick baby situation. Okay, so when I say trick baby, you want a couple dollars, you got to do, he always give you a couple dollars, right? For a couple things, right? Boom. And you go over there for a couple dollars, but the thing is, you're laying down and you're letting him shoot up the shop because you're accustomed and he's your money man. However, now you got a kid coming by him. He doesn't really care. He just got you knocked up. So now he's like, shoot, now that I've gotten you knocked up, I don't really got to give you a lot because you got to save up for the kid. So now you've got a trick baby. It's called a trick baby, whether you noticed it or not. It's a trick baby. And some of you and some of us don't know that we are trick babies. We were had by way of somebody trying to get a couple of dollars and a oopsie happened, right? So let's start telling the truth. If you did not plan this and you did not lay down and, be exclusively together, you might be a trick baby. Okay, so let's get that truth out here. Right, so you go over to get the couple dollars, you end up pregnant by your money man. He's no longer your money man now, he's your baby daddy, and he's going to treat you like that because you only went over there for a couple of dollars and it's a oopsie, right? So now you guys unconsciously decide that y'all going to be parents, and now he subconsciously going to use your parentage as a discount because now you got to deal with me because I got you knocked up. So now I'm not your money man. I am essentially your handler and things of that nature. So be careful of the trick baby dynamic. But this is the wildest part about this. Now, a man will go into this situation knowing that he's the money man, the trick baby, make the mistake, shoot up the club. Now he's got kids. It's no wonder the lady still wants money because that was the original setup. She still likes money because that's what it is. Now, this man is flabbergasted as to why she's not really crazy about the damn kid. Well, he forgot the circumstances in which the kid was created, right? Or he put that to the side because that shit wasn't math to him when he was counting up how he was going to spend the shit, right? Here it is. And this is why it's so good for you to get your birth certificate signed, especially when you're in the trick baby dynamic, because he forgot that he kind of still owes that kid via you by shooting up the club. Okay, so what's actually more interesting, not because he gets mad because he changed the dynamic of a situation that was already set up to be a certain way. Yes, because both people changed the dynamic. She allowed you to shoot up the club raw, and you actually did it. So you changed the dynamic too. She did not trap you, sir. You didn't pull out, okay? So now we've got this human being growing, and everybody forgets that they basically made this human being off of a transaction. This makes the baby continue to be a trick baby, even in the womb, regardless of families are being introduced or not, and they say they're going to try to raise the baby together. The baby is still a freaking trick baby. Okay, so there's no love grown or no love lost, or there wasn't even love in the first place because it was a transaction. Okay, so we go further on. The baby's born now. The baby's growing up. The baby doesn't know that it's a trick baby, right? Because everybody's trying to act normal, but there are other kids in the house. God forbid you have other kids in the house that know that that's a trick baby, and God forbid that those kids are trick babies too, because they already know the setup. Mommy used daddy for money, and daddy used mommy for coochie, so we're just going to use them too. And this is how you end up with a bunch of loveless, desensitized kids because they're watching what you do. And if you got older kids that already been through the setup, they're going to say, well, that was just a hookup. You just came, and God forbid that they're really like cruel kids. They'll say you're adopted. They'll say a lot of other things, especially if your mom is prettier than their mom or vice versa, or, there's some type of uneven exchange going on in between families. Like, you came from a better family or you came from a worse family. Like, if you have more than one kid from more than one family, that's the dynamic. And this is why I think maybe they should make a rule where you only allowed to have one family, because it's unfair. It's really unfair because you don't know how cruel other kids can be, especially when you have kids that have different mindsets and, God forbid, the different complexions, because that's this infighting and racism within the house. Everybody came out of the same coochie, but everybody's a different color. So that's also a hierarchy that's created. You got one dark kid, one light kid, and one medium kid. And they're going to fight because guess what? There's leverage. And then on top of that, we've got three different dads. That's more leverage. And then the kids outside know that's more leverage. And then I found out that weird kid in the back is actually one of dad's kids. That's even weird. And then I got on the bus and then I got in a fight with the girl and they were like, yo, she looks like him. And then I found out that there's somebody else that's older than me is that kid. Trick baby. Trick baby. And then they wonder why the kid eventually says, you know what? Well, then I'm going to be just like mom. Daddy, give me some damn money. Because you ain't did shit else. And then you mad because the kid don't like you and your baby mamas don't love you. And it was a transaction anyway that you changed and she changed and we changed. And now the kids, we fall down, but we get up. They got to figure this shit out. And they got to try to like each other in the same sense of the thing. But if you guys showed each other that you didn't like each other and you couldn't get along, and then you got more than one baby mother, oh my God, trick baby. You have definitely destroyed the family dynamic. You have destroyed more than half of your family and more than half of the city or more than half of the town and more than half of the state and more than half of the country because you have DNA flying everywhere. You're like a wild bush that this gets throws seeds around. It's just you're just the. So when you are in a trick baby dynamic and you are a trick baby and you find yourself and you make trick babies, don't be upset when don't nobody want nothing from you but to run tricks on you, or they want money from you, or you just get a lot of tricks because everybody done told them, hey, you got to have a baby by me. Have a baby by me, honey. Be a millionaire. Nigga, you ain't 50. And 50 ain't do that either. 50 was like, all right, tap out. Even 50 tapped out. We got a lot of broke dudes out here that's living like 50. And you ain't going to be a millionaire. You're just going to get a million excuses and a million damn problems. Court is in session. You're guilty. Trick baby. There's a lot of men that are sitting here and they're trying to make sense of it, but it makes no sense. You did all the math for her and none of the math for you. Yes, those kids do not see you as nothing but a wallet because that's exactly how you presented it. So get your wallet on and make the payments on time, okay? Because I should have asked for 50 cents on a dollar. It's going up 75 on a dollar. All right, so nah, shorty, you're gonna keep that. Look, you know how close to death you are bringing a life in? And people are doing this to get like $40 and $100. Do you know how close to death you are when you're bringing a life into this world? And somebody wants you to do that so they can get their nut on. Let's make that a little bit more sacred, okay? All right. One family per man, because most of y'all don't even want the damn family. You just wanted the nut, okay? It was a transaction. It's a trick, baby. I have no idea. I think my nails have surpassed $100 a long time ago. So I don't even know. Yes, even these short ones. So yeah, professional side pieces. Come on, honey. Come on. Sit your ass here. Because we got to get y'all together because we're trying to get into holy matrimony and we don't need y'all pulling the generational curses back out because we're trying to save the kids. And if we can get some less predatory people out here in the seats and the changing of the guards, we'll have more trustworthy people handling the kids. See, you guys want a boyfriend too much. You guys want to be quiet and let your husband and your boyfriend and your uncles and your cousins come over and do creepy shit. And y'all want to sit with them around the table and say, oh, well, they was just making stuff up. You got some money for the bills? Yeah, that shit is over. We're done with that, okay? a lot of our messed up males are messed up because that shit happened to them, and they just keep repeating and throwing back the pain. They're paying the pain forward. We're trying to get that pain to subside so that we can start throwing some healing and some good stuff forward. Okay, we're trying to reset with the changing of the guards. So come sit your little hot pocket. Sit down, hot pocket. Hot pockets are no longer a meal. That's my first sentence. I'm not arguing with no peas. You the coleslaw at a kid's party that I am not attending because them kids know you. And if my kids know you, I'm going to stop talking to them when they turn 18. And yes, it is that deep. Normalize cutting off people that do BS all the time. I can understand a mistake. I can understand you didn't understand at the moment. But when a person is consistently on BS, I ain't coming. And once your kid turns 18, I will happily forget them and return their memory back to the universe. I wish them well. Godspeed. If a man, okay, now this is for the hot pockets and the gigolos, the jigger hoes. I'm going to call you the gigolos and the jigger hoes because not only do y'all drop it low, but now y'all jigger hoes because y'all want the exact same thing as the women, but y'all men. I'm so crisscrossed. Anyway. If that man rents a room, he is skipping the responsibility of a whole commitment and sometimes a background check. Very risky, not demure. Don't be like people and realize you sleeping with the Antichrist incarnate. The man is a damn demon. If he got a wife and he can't live with her, it's a reason. If he have a wife and he cannot live with her, there's a reason. If he's still married, I'm talking he's separated, but he's still married. That man is the Antichrist. He's come to steal and kill and destroy the very concept of marriage. Leave it alone. If that man got a woman and she has access to him during, before, and after you have access to him, leave that man alone. You is fitting to run into some problems. Do not take someone who already is obligated and considered spoken for somewhere else. You idiots go on case search will see that a person is pending divorce and say, oh, I can mess with him. Yes, you can, because being dumb is not illegal. But what I will tell you is, if that man gets a hankering and pankering for the woman that he already courted and bought a ring for and decides to go, you cannot be upset. You signed on for that bullshit. And you let him know that you were willing to take his things on in the midst of things. So do not be surprised if you do find yourself as the main chick and going through the same shit the previous chick went through. This has been our TED Talk. Now that that's all done, good morning. I can't wait to have my coffee. I can't. Do I have a beverage here? Cold brew, blueberry, and I squeezed up some blueberries in there too. Refreshing. I usually don't do cold coffee, but I decided that I would do some cold maca chocolate with some blueberries in it because that's what I wanted. That's what I wanted. I've got some home improvement stuff to do today, and I'm kind of excited about it because I I get to be all butch. I get to be butch for about 8 minutes, all right? And then after that, I'll go right back to being dainty. Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday to all. Welcome to your neighborhood love dealer. Let's unpack the pack, all right? I've got an eighth of love. And I've got a dime of some bullshit. We already did the South Node messages. Hopefully we stick into our North Node as we go into these cards and intuitive messages. And hopefully we can point you in some great directions. Yes, yesterday we left off at Aquarius was our last and Pisces was our beginning. We been doing fire signs lately, but I want to get into some other stuff. So, do you want to do earth or water this morning? Are we doing earth or water this morning? To start, because we're going to do 12. To start, because it's Thursday. Earth? That's what I'm thinking, earth. The second zodiac of the year. The first zodiac of the year is actually Capricorn because it carries over from December. Remember, all zodiacs have 2 months in them. So do we do Capricorn or do we do Taurus? Taurus has been a leading sign this year. So let's do Taurus. So we're going to start from Taurus and go around. So the last one will be us Geminis, okay? I feel silly. I feel happy. I feel really great this morning. No big reason why, because I definitely have to like do some hard work today and possibly I got to put on some gloves because I don't want to destroy my nails. But yeah. Whatever like project you have to do it. Don't be scared. Rip it off like a Band-Aid. And this is for me too. This is also resonating with me too. Like, don't be hesitant because I think somebody thinks that you can't get things done is because you think things out a lot. And from the outside looking in, it makes a person think that you're scared to do it. But don't be scared to do it because you can do it. It's just that you happen to be a perfectionist and other people do not know that. So, and honestly, do it when you're ready to do it. Don't do it just because you're like somebody else is looking at you. But I'm just letting you know that that's what it looks like. So do it when you're prepared to do it. Oh, yes. Clear and concise and protected. This is a great decision. And balance. So you're just about ready to take on some more responsibility. So if you have handled something and balanced something really good, this looks like you're about to expand and do some new shit. You're about to take on something new responsibilities. Hey, what's up? ¿Qué pasa? Yeah, I say do it. This looks positive. So this is a Taurus reading. Hello, bullies. And this looks good. This is good energy. So if you're a Taurus, or you have Taurus energy, or you're just on your big bully and you know you're ready to say it with your chest, yeah, I say, let's do it. Let's go. I got your back. I got your back spiritually anyway, because I don't know what you be doing. The way that popped up, it's like I knew exactly who it was, because when it popped up, it was like your whole picture, like your whole tall picture just showed up with it as soon as it just popped up and said hello. What it is. Anyway, yeah. So a lot of people I don't know that be on here, but some people, when the way they come through is like your whole profile showed up when you said hi, Ricky. Anyway, so yeah. Still. All right, Taurus, let's go. All right, so we got a tower moment. Somebody's falling off the tower. Take a bow It's the ending. You know what? That's one thing I did not know. God and your research. Okay, one thing I did not know was that Rihanna, I didn't pay attention to the fact that Rihanna and Madonna, they do rhyme. But also, they both have great ballads. Take a Bow. Rihanna's Take a Bow was, if not just as poetic, it was very beautiful. It was very, very beautiful songs by both beautiful women, both high priestess too, very powerful women. Hey, ladies. Mwah. So yeah, so we have Taurus bull energy 16. We have nothing but a 16, which is a 7. It's like 7 days in a week. 7 days in a week. De la semana. Dios de la semana. The 7 days a week. 7 days of the week. Siete. Siete is 7. So Tower Fool, Uranus. It's a fool in Uranus. Somebody's an asshole. They're funny though, but they're an asshole. It's definitely you, Ricky. It's definitely you, Ricky. You're an asshole. But you won't stop. You're so freaking relentless. All right, so this is a page of swords, which is a clean cut into the next life. Precision, moving with precisions, cutting through, cutting down, laying weight to things, and she's looking kind of dapper and looking kind of sporty. And yeah, I have an outfit like this. Okay, so the tunic and everything, and the knit in the hat, the fedora, everything. So yeah, so there are fools taking leaps of faith, and some people are hitting tower moments. They're finally realizing that this ain't that, and they're not going. They're not going into the new cycle of this life Taurus energy. So push forward, take chances, and be courageous, and be prepared to cut off anything that does not hold your interest. All right, that's for you, Taurus. Happy Thursday. Where your friends at? Send them to. I want to see them. Good morning to you. Hey, good morning. You still working that job? Are you okay? Have you been taking care of your health? That's good. That's what's up. Don't answer. It's okay. I'm just being very, very, very cordial. Cordial. So, Taurus. Okay, so we finished with Taurus. Now we're into Gemini. Confuse the enemy. Yeah, we're going to end in Aries. Okay, so I didn't know you were a Gemini. No wonder you're crazy. This page of swords, Ace of Wands came back out. A little dusty. All right, so I'm a bit of a harakam this morning. If you're an Orthodox, if you're Jewish, do you understand exactly what I said? I'm a bit of a harakam. So we've got the Magician here in Gemini, and we've got the Queen of Wands in Gemini, and then we've got and then we've got and then we've got I'm playing, and then I got I'm childish too. Okay, so we've got strength in the Gemini. It's gotta be crazy. So let's talk about it. So a June Gemini and a May Gemini are two different people. They're two different animals. One's in the cage, one's out of the cage. And depending on where they're they're at in life, one has the key to the cage. Hint, hint. The one born in June doesn't have a key. They rarely get keys in June. Have you seen what they do? So the Gemini is a magician, and there are a master manifester because of the 6 personalities. The ability to turn things and withhold duality without getting a jaded heart is a big Gemini strength. Now, however, depending on your position and your planetary alignment, it all depends on whether or not you are in the best manifestation power. Okay, so we've got the Queen of Wands here, which is screaming confidence. It's screaming Self-absorption. It is screaming because if you are not self-aware, you cannot even pay attention to all these damn details. And she has a cat. But the slick part about it is she has all these things on, but she has a very functional pair of shoes on. These are things to pay attention to. Although all this shit is fancy, it's fluff. It's fluff. Oh my god! And the cat, that means she's definitely connected. She's tapped in. She's spiritual. She's very very virtuous. And the black is very mysterious. She's not going to tell you everything that she's thinking at that moment. She's going to turn a few cogs in her wheel before she reveals, if she's going to reveal anything. But the functionality of these boots means that she knows her part. She knows how to play her part, and she is a asset. She is prepared, because if she get off of this daggone throne, she ain't got to teetle and do the giraffe walk and try to get her balance. She's got on functional boots, which means she's sturdy. You're not about to push her over. You're not about to push and pull and sway her. She cannot be moved. So definitely it's good to be the Queen of Wands. If you are a male in this situation and you find yourself as the Queen of Wands, you are stable, boo, and you know some things that other people do not know, and you are functional, and you are intuitive, and you are aware of how you look. You do worry about your hygiene, which is great, especially for the men. I don't like it when a man says it's gay to wash between his butt cheeks, because what men have you been with? And both of you need psychiatrists. Like, what? That's a part of the body that stinks horribly, and you don't want to wash it because of some outside thought that nobody gets to know unless you allow somebody inside. Whew. I don't know this chick, and I haven't heard any good news about her, so I'm just going to rebuke, and denounce. Rebuke, and denounce, okay? Because I ain't got nothing to do with that chick. I have no idea what she does. Don't want no parts of it. They keep trying to talk to me about her husband. Rest in peace, Charlie. Don't have nothing to do with that. The only thing I do like is his name, Charlie. I like the name Charlie. Charlie is a good name. It's universal. It's unisexual. It is. I didn't know my name was unisexual too. My name, Alexis, is a male name, but they use it for exotic women. It's wild. Yeah. Yeah, I don't judge people that I don't that I'm not invested in, that I don't care about, that I don't visit. So keep it to yourself. So the strength card is out here, and there's a lot of strength and resilience in the Gemini. So regardless of where you are in your chart, whether you got the keys to your cage or not, you are strong. Both mentally and physically, you are strong. But you are going to have to reinforce yourself a lot of times, because people don't like people that are inherently strong. They don't like people that don't need their opinion. They don't like people that they can't necessarily walk in and like and say boo, and then a person changes their whole outlook so that a person can accept them. People don't really like us for that, and that's okay. Go find somebody you do like. I guarantee you they'll be as weak as you. Tisk tisk. Hard pill to swallow. Anyway, so like I said, Geminis, you're fine. You're doing what you want to do. You're doing what you have to do. And put anybody that has a problem with it, because they just want to be a part of whatever you got going on. Not necessarily having to like you or anything. They just want to be as cool as you. But cool is in the eye of the beholder, or at least the fan. Some of us totally know how to be cool while in the midst of the fire. We just know how to be cool. It looks like a soldier in the middle of the desert just cooling out. He's got to pretend he's on ice because he's burning up in those camouflage. All right, so I'm just letting you know we're functional. We can blend in. We're definitely like chameleons in one aspect, but we're definitely like unicorns, because even though we blend in, we still manage to stick out. Take what resonates, because I am truly a Gemini, and I love it here. All right, so stepping out of my zone. New Nix. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Oh, the sevens. Oh, you've hit the jackpot. The sevens. It's also a good sweet drink with a hint of what, grenadine and some ginger ale. Really good ginger ale. Bold, ginger ale bold with the sevens and some grenadine. I can imagine that would be a great alcoholic Roy Rogers. Okay, so let's keep it moving. All right, Cancer. Good morning. And he's gone just like that. Okay, so all right, Cancer, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Because the Geminis are so interesting. We're interesting all year round, even when we don't want to be. Even when we plan to be boring. If you get us to talk to you by mistake, we might say some stuff. You might get a sound bite. All right, so we've got the Two of Swords for, High Priestess in Cancer. So if we have any Gemini, Cancer, cuss, here you are, here you are. You're the High Priestess, you're tapped in, you have gone through an awakening. If you've had some weird stuff happening around you, it's okay. It's supposed to. You're opening up to your gifts, and yes, this is resonating with you. It looks like your appetite has been changing. You've been drinking more water. You've been eating less crap, and you've been letting your stomach empty out in between periods of eating, which is good because it's taking you back from the diabetic train. You know, diabetes is a very special thing. It's a compound of science. The science is I eat more than I think. I think, therefore I eat. I feel, therefore I eat. I breathe, therefore I eat. And diabetes can happen to the skinniest person and the fattest person because of the schedule. It's the eating schedule. It's the lack thereof of letting your body repair in between meals and having meals that take too long to metabolize in the system, and you go about and you eat something else before this meal breaks down and metabolizes back into your system, which creates a great environment for diabetes. And it has nothing to do with size. It has everything to do with practices and what you eat and the science of your body. Now, if you have it in your genes, in your gene pools, you're going to be more susceptible to it, and you're going to have to learn the communication of your body. You're going to have to learn that sugar is going to be an issue for you. Sugar is going to be the trigger for everything. Sugar gets hungry. So when you eat sugar and you're trying to figure out why you want something to eat after you've had sugar, that is the reason. Sugar gets hungry. Sugar wants to be fed. So the less sugar you intake, the less you'll be hungry. That'll lessen your appetite. Not saying get rid of sugar altogether, because if you do basically cold turkey sugar, it's going to act just like drugs. You're going to go through withdrawals because it's white. It's a drug. Because it's been turned from brown sugar cane to white, it is now classified as a drug. Flour, when it's been turned from that weedy looking color, that off-white color, and it's now bleached, it has been transformed into a drug. It is white now. So, like I said, some people go through starch withdrawal. They go through that type of withdrawal. They go through, because I used to go through starch withdrawal, but this is why you have to wash rice and certain things of that nature. It's good to rinse them because the starch does create a system of diabetes. So be mindful of the practices. The more you bend your elbow and put things to your mouth, you may be creating a situation in a diet of diabetes. Some people, they look like they're naturally drunk all the time. It's because they take in sugar a lot. You don't have to drink. You don't have to be an alcoholic to actually get the same effects in your liver as an alcoholic. Keep eating that sugar. You'll find out. And also the way that liquor is procured and the way that they make it, the ingredients that go into it, that can create the fatty liver. So you don't want to be a diabetic and an alcoholic at the same time. You are doubling down on some really bad, wicked stuff. And you have to learn the dynamics of your body. You also have to learn your genealogy and your etymology to see what you're putting in and to see what's going on. And this is why it's really good to talk to a lot of the elders in your life. And it's not that you need to take every lesson that they give you, but you need to take note of the things that they're telling you, because it could come up in your life at some point in time. And this is why it's good to talk to the elders in your family, as well as listen to the youngsters, because they could be warning you of some new shit coming down. Okay, so yeah. So Cancer and Gemini, Cancer, this is looking like us. This is looking like us collectively. I don't know if what else you have in your chart, but Gemini, Cancer, Aquemini, Libra, Aquarius, the water signs as well. Yeah. So it looks like you're going into your highest intuition, and you're cutting things off blindly, blind faith by blind faith. And there's 2 which we're in February, and I told you those twos are my numbers. So there's a master 22, King of Cups, androgynous. This person might be a good looking man, might be a feminine looking man that appears that does appear woman like, or it might be a woman that appears as a man. Either way, people need to understand that people are going to show up how they're going to show up. Are you going to accept them, or are you not? Please don't talk behind this person's back and smile in their face. Just leave them alone. We do not need it. The phony energy, the sad energy, the future fakers, we're trying to extinct them, because they're the mark of the dodo. They like run them off of the cliff. We don't need them anymore. They've created too much unnecessary chaos, too much unnecessary karmic debt, emotional debt, financial debt, all the debts. They basically banked up on us and sat there and watched us, because they had debt themselves. Don't think that they were removed from it. It's just that when you can get everybody else to focus on what they owe the world, everybody's less likely to see what your bill is, what your receipt is. Okay, so be aware going forward. Cancer is a very, 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 very emotional sign, and it's also exalted by Jupiter. We went through this, so there are some people actively going through a heavier retrograde than others due to whatever they did in life. Some people, they might be living good lives now, but the shit that they did 10 years ago that they thought they got away with, oh, it's creeping back up now. So there will be some old situations popping back up, not for you to reintroduce, but for you to see where you are in life and the access of life. Sometimes you see some of your old lovers by mistake, just so you can see how much better you are doing, or how much more work you have to do. And sometimes you see them just to see if they trigger any feelings into you. And if they trigger anything into you, then you might still have some shadow work or some healing work to do. If you see them and they evoke feelings of jealousy and things of that nature, that's something that you haven't gotten closure on. Not to say that they need to be involved in your closure, but you need to find a way to give yourself closure if that's not a possibility. A lot of times when these retrogrades happen, they happen so that the person can take accountability for the things that they did, and the accountability for the things that they need to do. Okay, so don't get in your feelings when people get a little bit pointed. And some people also have been called to cut you off, so don't be surprised if that's what's happening too. Some people have been called to cut you off, depending on the part that you played in their life. And you have to be okay with it if you plan to do the same thing to other folk. Like, things are around for a reason. It's actually really a shape, and the infinity shape is the loops. So if you don't want to keep doing the same lessons forever, finish the circle, finish the cycle, so that you don't end up on the infinity loop of disaster. Okay, you want your strength and you want your hope to be consistent, but you do not want inconsistencies to be consistent. If this makes sense, please take what's resonate. So Cancer, while we might be in our emotions and in retrograde, please take account of your own personal style and how you'd like to apply it and how you'd like to live your life. It's okay. It's okay with you. It has to be okay with them. And if it's not, you need to find somewhere else to be. Do not force your place, and you do not force yourself into spaces that do not fit you. Okay, Cancer. Hopefully that fit. That was a little heavy. Hopefully no one's crying or they're in their feelings, because I do feel heart palpitations. If you are having an emergency, please get off and call 911 or let someone know how you feel. Stay hydrated and stay woke. You know what I'm saying? Not the fake one, okay? Not the fake woke. Fake woke is all in other people's business. The real woke is all up in yours. How about that? Okay, so now we got Leo. Hi Leo. Stay blessed. Hi Leo, good mornings. 1, 2, 3, crunch. And I mean crunch hard. There's a tower in the midst of a Leo. Okay, somebody is definitely got Gemini in their chart or not. This Gemini, Leo, Leo, Gemini. Somebody's not getting sleep. They're crying at night. I'm smoking cigarettes at night. That's tweet. So somebody sent a tweet. Somebody sent a message. Somebody got a message or read a message or something like that. Something of that nature. Got you smoking cigarettes at night. All right. So somebody's tossing and turning. They don't appreciate this shit that's going on now. Are you the person that got left? Are you the person that's leaving? Are you anxious about leaving someone? Are you anxious about leaving a union, or somebody anxious about you leaving? Somebody is in the know. Somebody knows that a situation is coming to an end, a standstill, or they're anxious about the fact that it's pending what already has happened. So there's a Knight of Cups that's offering abundance and everything else. And someone is very upset about this. I don't know. It's a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. I don't know. For some reason, like I said, there have been a lot of the same signs going after the same signs. Apparently, when people get comfortable with one sign or two, or they find some traits that they like about a sign, they keep looking for that person in someone else, which can confuse things, because then people get all of these jaded things like, oh, I'll never. And me, I've been guilty of this. I used to say, I'll never mess with the Pisces, which is probably still true because I haven't found a Pisces yet that I could stand past the door. I haven't met every Virgo in the world, but because the Virgos that I have met, I don't like them a lot. There are certain signs. So you just be mindful of trying to deal with one sign because of one person, because you can get a million results from one same sign. Okay, you can get the million results just trying to pick your type. So let's just make sure you're not trying to fit people into molds that they do not fit in. Okay, so Leo, going forward, we're going to look for the great innocent offer, the offer that has chivalry, has etiquette, manners, and respect. Okay, and we're going to make sure that it's consistent all the way through. You see how this offer looks good from top to bottom? Make sure you look in the goddamn cup, because people have a tendency to have a great outward appearance and there ain't shit inside. Okay, so just make sure you're learning a person. Don't take other people's words. Learn a person or don't learn a person, but don't disrespect a person or waste a person's time. Be transparent. People tend to get less mad when they know what's going on, when the plan has already been told to them. But don't be tricky and sneaky too, because we have some guys that will tell you straight like that, but then they'll play some games and then you'll be confused as to what was said and what was done. If it don't match, detach. Let it go. Okay? The minute it shows up as not what he said it was or she said it was, it's okay for you to back out. You might got to try it again. But I wouldn't keep giving too much of chances to a person who already showed you that they ain't like trying to keep it 100 with you. Okay? So yeah. So going forward, Leo, try to keep it 100, because this person, and this is what's crazy, is some people already knew you were about to leave. Some people knew that they were doing things that wasn't retainable. You know, they were doing things that to push you out. And what's crazy is people will push you out and then get mad when you leave it. Make it make sense. You were just trying to ride my wave. You really didn't like me, even though we got a few rides out of it. Like, you were just trying to ride the wave. You were just trying to be over here because it was cool over here. Really, you wasn't even trying to be over here. You didn't fit in over here. We didn't even like that color for real. It didn't even get like that. You know what I'm saying? Peace out. Anyway, so yeah. So Leo, just be mindful, especially if you got that swag. You cannot be putting it on everybody because people are like stalkers now. People like are toxic. Like toxic for some weird person made toxic cute. Like, no, I don't want you hiding in the bushes. That's not cute. Like, I'm about to have a whole freaking heart attack. Like, stop. And then some people are trigger happy one way or the other. Like, you cannot do that. So try not to play with people's emotions and don't play in people's face, and don't put people in a situation to where other people are playing in their face. That part. Because, yeah, people be triangulating people all the time. And what's crazy is I didn't realize how much men triangulated babies. Like, a man will give you a baby just so he don't have to pay you no attention, but still want to talk to you and still want access to you. But he gave you a baby. So really, whenever you not doing what he say he wants you to do, he could just say, well, I don't fuck with you anyways because of the baby. And there's some women that hate their kids because that man did that very thing. It's some women hate their daughters because once they had a daughter, that man actively said, I'm not going to give you no love. I'm just going to give you dick. And there's some women that got mad because they tried to hold on to that man in that situation, and he stuck to what he said. He's not giving you no love. He's just going to give you that. And it was your fault for not moving on. Fortunately and unfortunately, some men is just like that. Once you had that baby, that's just a plug. That's the plug. And they run off on the plug all the damn time. The baby is the plug. The baby was the conduit to get to that supply. And God forbid you start giving out doo-doo. Now he don't like you or the damn baby. I'm laughing, but it's real. I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing with you. Cause yeah. So sad, but true. Anyway, life could be so cruel. Don't be this person. All right. Okay, moving right along over to Libra. Let's get Libra out of this situation. Alex is banging on something in my kitchen. He's banging on something in my damn kitchen. All right, all right. Libra. The justice has to come all the time. The other shoe has to drop. Why? Why did you feel like the other shoe wouldn't drop when they always make two? Yes, they always make two. All right, so we got the Ten of Pentacles. We got, justice came right out. Bam. Death. Shit. I hate it when I'm right, but when I'm right, I hate it. All right, so we've got the Ten of Pentacles, we got justice, and we got death, and this is all in Libra. Virgo, Libra, and then we've got death. Death and transformation. Okay, so death doesn't always mean the bad thing, so don't go straight to the bad. Okay, death just means sometimes you got to abandon your old ways, you got to throw it away, and sometimes it is a death of a situation, and sometimes it actually is physically death, but we're not gonna go there. So right now, Ten of Pentacles. So a Ten of Pentacles, people are becoming fruitful again. This is Virgo energy. Controlling the fruitful. So it's like a group controlling the money. So it's a group controlling the fruit. So it's a Hierophant group. This is what I'm getting. It's not a Hierophant card, but it's just what I'm reading. And remember, I started off in Taurus. Taurus is the Hierophant. So I guess I started off in institutions and authority, institutions, religion, groups, religious groups, and things of that nature. So that's the Hierophant. That's when I say, that's what I mean when I say Hierophant group, because that's Taurus is the Hierophant. So Ten of Pentacles. This is a Libra reading, by the way, which is the scales. Venus in Virgo. Ten of Pentacles. So there is a virtue. It's a financial virtue, and there's justice coming in. And this card, Lady Liberty, is there. Okay. There's a justice card in between this and in this death. So something about Pentacles, something about a group, because there's a lot of people in this group and they're conversating. Something about Pentacles. So maybe someone has to be judged before they appears, because this is judgment. So this is bringing back Scorpio. This is bringing judgment in Scorpio. So this might be a Libra Scorpio cusp, or or vice versa. But this is death and transformation. So somebody, the end of somebody's ways is coming to an end. I don't know if it's bitter. I don't know if it's sweet. It could be bittersweet. But somebody's ways of money, somebody's ways of controlling or distributing or some kind of thing with Pentacles is coming to an end. So whatever this situation is, it is coming to an end, Libra, or someone with Libra in their chart. I'm going to tell you all the signs that are involved. Virgo, Libra, Scorpio. And this is Taurus, Hierophant energy. So yeah, definitely if it's an air sign, water signs, and earth signs, all of them step up. They're in this reading. Something is about to end for this group. Somebody is about to end for this Hierophant group. This is a group of investors, people moving money around. Libra energy. So it's something about the scales being balanced, and this is about to come to an end. Whatever situation, whatever arrangements or setups, whatever this was, these groups are about to come to an end. Things are about to change. Somebody's getting a lawyer. Somebody's going to court. Somebody's being processed. Somebody may or may not go to spiritual or physical jail. But this is coming to an end, death and transformation, to a bunch of groups of Hierophants. It's all about the money. And that's what I got for that, Libra. There you go. All right, step up, Scorpio. Step up, Scorpio. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. All the horoscopes are not the same. They are not the same, but it's called the energy. So if it's a lot of darn tootin' fruitin' newton silly sliver lily silverback sewer sludge sewer slime something. Good Lord, somebody's got a lot of slurs. Sewer slinging slime bag something. Good Lord, that's a lot of creative expletives. Somebody is on a rant. Peter Piper picked a pack of pepper. How many packs of pepper did Peter Piper pick? Okay, so Strength and the Queen of Pentacles. So somebody's holding on for dear life while all these things are going on. But there is definitely a group that is concerned with money, and these things are about to wrap up. It's about to come to a change. Maybe there's an investigation and people are being investigated. So look out. Here comes Spider-Man. There goes that web again. So there's a web. So it's World Wide Web, or it's on the web, or there's a web of co-conspirators, or there's like a phone web. There's like a web. Don't you know when they do them detective things and they do the first suspect and then they make a web? They like make a web. They like make a webgram. They make like a visual like that. But it's a web. It's spider web. Look out. Here comes Spider-Man. But that could be Batman too. Batman. So we got a vigilante. There's a vigilante. There's somebody who's taking justice into their own hands. Yikes. What? No, that's not yours. Go downstairs and get something. Matter of fact, I got something to drink right there. There goes some water. Page of Wands. Don't start no fires. Don't start no chaos. Somebody's watching you, watching them, watching somebody else. It's a lie. It's a lie. What's wrong? I'll be ready in a minute. I'm coming. My baby ready. Okay, so I gotta get ready to go, y'all. So let me get y'all done. Scorpio, step up so we can get this done. Scorpio. My last one is going to be Aries. Okay, Scorpio, step up. Scorpio, how are you? Good morning to you. My loves, my dealers, my passionate ones, my fortunate love dealers. Okay, how you going? How are you going? Okay, so we've got 8 wands. We've got plenty of opportunities. We've got 7. We've got hard work and tilling in the land, and the Hierophant did pop out. So there is a group of opportunities. There's opportunities right here for the 8 of Wands. Very humble opportunities, very meager opportunities, but they can grow into something great. And there's 8 of them. Sagittarius, hit with precision. So you need to pick an opportunity or be aware of opportunities. Pay attention. Eyeball every opportunity. Look at it. Turn it around. Get a feel for it. Know if it is yours or it's not. If it's not, put it back. Don't even pat it back in place. Just put it back. Okay, so we got the 7 of Pentacles, which is hard work and dedication. And this is the Taurus right here. Hard work and dedication. The Taurus does do that. A Taurus does do that. Their hard work. And we're staying in the Hierophant energy because this is a 5. So we got 8, 7, 5. And the 7 plus 5 is 12. Plus 8 is... Then we've got a 20, which is 2, which is more expansion, which is somebody's getting more responsibility. So there's an opportunity to take on more responsibility. And I think there might be an opportunity to take over a whole entire Hierophant group. Didn't I tell you that the change of guards is about to happen? We are about to get different leaderships, whether it be in your family, whether it be in your home, whether it be at your job, whether it be at an institution or a federation. I don't know how big this thing goes because I am from small scale to big scale. We do not know. The answers are infinite. Okay, so right now there is a changing of the guards. Something's about to be struck with precisions. All these opportunities will be vetted. Opportunities will be getting vetted. And through this 7 of Pentacles, this hard work and dedication and remaining on task, there is somebody who's about to be deemed responsible for the whole entire situation. There's somebody who's about to take over a new job. They're about to take over the building. They're about to become the supervisor. They're about to be the overseer. They're about to assume responsibility for a lot. So with more responsibility comes, so new levels, new devils. Heavy is the head that wears the crown. If you are ready to step into your calling, it is waiting for you. Please be mindful that that is a great responsibility. Do it well. There are people watching you. And I always seem to look at this and it looks like a USB. Right here. I don't know if you have this, but this reminds me of a USB port. So that means someone is connected and truly tapped in. If you are this Hierophant, your connection to the world, the universe, your connections are going to be looked at. They're going to be looked at with a fine-tooth comb. So stay on your bully. There's always somebody who's ready to come in and disturb the peace. So you're going to have to act in duality. You're going to also have to be receiving and giving, while you're also going to have to be cutthroat as well. You're going to have to be able to have great discernment, and you're going to have to always keep balance. It's almost as though like that doctor, like the woman in Doctor Strange. You see, you have to understand that Doctor Strange did have narcissistic personality disorders, but he was extremely intelligent and he had a gift to share with the world. The problem was he was not in balance. He was more on one side than the other. He was more on the dark side than the light side. The issue with it is you are supposed to be able to balance both in order to be the Hierophant, because the Hierophant has to what? Be able to hire and what? Be able to fire effectively and diligently and expeditiously as well. So you're going to have the job of that balance, and that balance can get rough. It is hard. It is a balance. It is something that can change people's lives in a moment depending on your leadership. So you will have to rule in both the light and in the dark. If you are ready for the call, I say step up. I say step up. Mistakes will be made. You are not expected to be perfect. That is God's job, but you are expected to be aware. You are expected to be able to do the hard things of having conversations. You're expected to be able to draft apologies. You're expected to be able to tell people when they need to stand down. You are expected to be able to delegate. You're expected to be able to take on things that you wouldn't normally take on. This is your time to really shine, and not just on one side or the other. Okay? It's your time to shine on both sides. Amen. Godspeed to you. Step up, Sagittarius. I just gave Scorpios the talk of a lifetime. If you got Scorpio in your chart, it doesn't matter if you're a Scorpio or not, but you already know how I'm coming, how I'm doing, how the passion rolls. That is not only just a water sign, but it's a water that's in the fire, okay? That's Scorpio. They're water that's in the fire. So if you're not ready to step into the light and the dark, I'm going to need you to step out. All right. Let's go, Sagittarius. Let's go, Sagittarius. We've got Nine of Pentacles and Empress out here at the bottom, Sagittarius. So something is definitely fruitful. I don't know if this is you. This is your sun sign, your earth sign, moon sign, rising. I do not know. But there is where this is a Sagittarius reading. And right now I'm looking at the feminine Empress, which is a 3, and then we've got the 9, which is the Pentacles, that's feminine, all feminine, and it's the Virgo in you. It's the control. It's the quiet virtue. It's the way that you are willing to stand on your throne and observe quietly, but you are observing intensely. Okay, so Sagittarius, here we are. Empress plus the 3 Empress plus a 9 of Pentacles is a 12, and here we go. Creativity, creativity and abundance. So either you're pregnant with ideas, or you're brainstorming, or you're coming up with something, or you are actually pregnant with a baby. Hopefully you are able to carry it full term. If you do not carry it full term, don't worry about it. God has that baby. Even if it is premature, that baby will still be a wonderful baby, a healthy baby, a fat, wonderful, cherub looking like baby. Thank you. You're wonderful. God bless you. Okay, so let's do Sagittarius. Now's the time to clean up your life, especially if you are pregnant. I would not suggest you do any dark work if you are pregnant, because your baby is going to pay the full price. If you are with a man that is a dark worker, I would not, I would definitely be careful with the way that I tread. I would tread lightly, because a man's thoughts are very intense, and it can also affect the baby. If the man is doing dark deeds with someone else and coming back and laying with you, it can indeed affect the baby. It is a generational curse to do certain things while you are pregnant. That's why while you're pregnant, you are supposed to be put on a pedestal and removed away from danger and chaos at all in any given times, because you are responsible for stewarding a new soul into the world. That is a big responsibility. This is why you are so close to death as they are coming into life, because the firmament is just that thin. A woman is very godly. A woman is very godly. How dare you desecrate that altar? Okay, Sagittarius, here we are. King of Pentacles, Empress, Emperor, Empress, Emperor, 4 of Cups. So there's something going on. Union. Okay, so Sagittarius, and I know because of Sagittarius, I'm a gym Sagittarius. I'm a gym everything. I'm a gym followed by your sign, because I've ascended into my mastery. I'm a gem followed by every sign, but I'm extra as a thrine. But the King of Pentacles, Emperor, 4 of Cups. I don't know. There are other signs that are like this. There is another reader that I love, absolutely love, because she's very sweet and mean, just like me. We are the best type of Sour Patch Kids you could ever come across, because we're so genuine and it's real. When we're sour and it's real. When we're sweet and it's real. And it's real. It's like all natural flavors, no additives. And shout out to Aquemini. I love this lady because she gave it to you like she's supposed to. She gave it to you just like I do. And it's weird because I'll be like, is she in my brain? Like we are definitely something. We're beasties. But yeah, definitely. So there's a Sagittarius here, and you know Sagittarius is my mirror sign. So I'd be loving them. I'd be loving them sometimes, especially if they're on a north node. If they're on a south node, they're kind of a nuisance. They're kind of a nuisance because they want to be in charge so bad. I want to be the boss. I want to be the boss. And you're like, stop. It's like shooing a little small dog. Like they might bite you and it might annoy the hell out of you. So this is what it is like when you're the big dog and you have the small dog. What are you doing? That's exactly how it feels. So yeah, King of Pentacles and Sagittarius, Emperor, and Four of Cups. So we've got two fours, which is an 8, which breaks it down to karma. So karma is here, okay, in this Sagittarius reading. So there is a Sagittarius woman or a man that's going through karma right now. And it might be bad karma because it depends on your energy. And the King of Pentacles is here, and then we've got the Emperor 4. So there's definitely a domineering man and there's a domineering young man. But there's also this woman, this young woman here looking at all these 4 cups, and she has to be intuitive. And this is Aries. That's Cancer. Aries, Cancer energy. Okay, so these people are in retrograde. So there's a lot of emotions going on if there's a Sagittarius that's with a Cancer, especially if he has Aries in his chart, because he feels entitled to all your attention and all your emotions, even though he don't feel like you're entitled to his. There's retrograding going on. So you guys might be bumping heads at this quiet time. There's somebody holding off on money. There's somebody hiding money, somebody holding off on money. It may be him, it may be you, it may be both, because you guys play a lot of games with each other. So this became officially a South Node message. I don't know why. Because there are a lot of games being played. You guys could be in a North Node, but you guys like to play a lot of games too much. And I think this is why you guys are perfect for each other, because you guys are assholes. But it's really, really toxic. So somebody might get hurt. And I can tell you, a man that feels like that about you, he's just going to go and mess with other people. He's not going to leave you. He's just going to mess with other people and come back to you and have all those people in his mind while he's having sex with you. And that is sex magic. So he's essentially putting a love spell in a backwards on somebody while trying to put a love spell on you. And it's just a disaster. It's a bunch of spit swapping and energy exchange that doesn't need to happen. So now you've got all of the demons that he went out and visited on you, and all of the demons that were in you are visited on him because you were pissed, and that creates a portal for entities to enter. So while you guys are doing your petty part, you guys have entered, have opened up a portal for all things to start attacking you. All of his side chicks, all of the dudes you're going to try to talk to out of revenge. And there's one young King of Pentacles that's watching y'all silly selves, and he thinks y'all is silly. And I don't know if he's going to come in and play games with you all because he's got nothing else to do and you guys look silly, or he's just going to step away and go find some other intricate complex situation to be in. Either way, it looks like somebody's being forced into polygamy. There's 2 guys and a girl. I don't know if these guys mess with each other or not, but there's a girl here and she's trying to decide to do things with her money. But these 2 guys is the King of Pentacles. So does this Emperor mess with a young guy that has money and he's jerking this young guy around with money? Because wow, are you using somebody who has a job as a side piece to fund another toxic relationship? Because this is not like uncommon. There are people that act common like this. They just rob Peter to pay Paul, even though they don't like Peter or Paul. They don't even like themselves. Wow. There's somebody using one situation to fund the situation, even though It's just a situation. Yikes. I want to get out of here because it's scary and somebody might get hurt. So somebody is getting hurt, honestly. Somebody is being financially abused, somebody's being emotionally abused, and somebody's being led by the nose. And I really feel like this old player emperor who likes young people because he thinks that he can lead them by the nose. But what he doesn't know about young people is they have potential to grow and think and revolt against them, and these young people will set this old man up. Can you imagine one old person trying to run game on two young people and they fall for it for a time, and then eventually they just jump the old person, whether it be physically, financially, or spiritually? Can you imagine? Like, these old players come out here talk about, I'm finna drag through this whole young couple. I'm gonna mess with his baby mama, and he paying child support, so I'm gonna mess. I'm gonna get money out of him too. It's a win-win for me. And then they turn around and get your old ass. I'm not your uncle, I'm your grandpa. Because it happens, and I think it happens in reverse as well. Like, stop coming in and try to play games with people, because people do learn. And then it's your turn. And then it's time to let it burn, let it burn, let it burn. Usher? Usher, are you here? Yeah. Usher, are you here? Let it burn. So somebody's getting a Tamika Foster or whatever. What's her name? Somebody's gonna have to have those conversations, those Usher's conversations. This is my confessions. My chick on the side says she got one on her way. This is my confessions. Then she go, but I don't know what to do. Think I gotta with part 2 of my confessions. Gotta tell it, then I gotta tell it all. Family cried when I got the phone call. I don't know what to do with part 3 of my confession. Damn, you got a lot to confess. Jeez, let it burn. Getting out of there. Capricorn. Getting out of there, Capricorn. That was a lot of tea for me. I think I'll take a sip. How you want to do it if you really don't want to dance? What song is that? Don't get me in here. I be dancing. I was juking this morning because Baby Kim had me. Yeah, boy, I dropped that serious face on him and get to moving that one toe around. This how I start off. I be like, once I get to tapping that toe back and forth, boy, you about to, yeah. I be stinky leg on him. My father used to take me to all of the big events, and he used to just get everybody attention, and then he used to just set the stage and let me roll on it. And I mean, I'm telling you, I remember when my father used to work for a welding company called Tate, T-A-T-E, Tate. He worked for a welding company, and I remember they dropped a sheet of metal on his foot. Whatever happened to all of that? Either way, he worked for Tate, and they used to have these company things at Milford Mill swimming pool every year. Oh my gosh, I used to be the one to win the dance contest every year. I won it for like 3-4 years straight. Yes. I've always been the entertainer. You a beast, boy. Hey. There's a lot of thugs around me. Real ones are drowning. Get the from around me. Ho. Hey. These came out in reverse. So somebody's not about to get some more responsibility. Somebody's about to get some responsibility taken away from them. I told you it was a changing of the guards. And somebody's upside down on this 9 of Pentacles, which means that they've been holding off on some money that's not theirs. That money is not yours. Ooh, changing of the guards. Somebody is about to be moved. And that was upside down. Damn. Damn. Like when the message decides it's going to come through regardless. Oh my gosh. Capricorn. What are we doing? All right. Let's be cool. I'm going to go to my safer dude because I like Pauly Shore, and so there's third party going on, all right? There's a third party, and there's like a 9 of swords, all right? And we've got a 3, and we've got this 9, right? Okay, I'm cool, right? Okay, all right, cool, all right. Whatever happened? Remember Encino Man? Remember when it was like a caveman and he came through and he was like in a glacier and everything, and they left the glacier outside and it heated up and it melted, and they like had a whole caveman, like a whole primate running through the place, right? Right? So we've got some people who have regressed back to Neanderthalism, like they're definitely like running around like a bunch of knuckle drugging thugs, okay? They're like Neanderthals. And they're supposed to be so freaking intelligent. Like, don't let that go over your head. So, they're a bunch of dumbass, smart ass people, right? They so smart. Okay? That this is how all of them are every night. They look like they're having a party, but really that's a pity party. Because why you gotta be out and about doing all this shit at night every night is because you can't rest. When you sleep, the demons show up behind you because you do bad deeds, and that guilt is eating you up, and you can't sleep at night because the guilt. You know what you be taking part of. Blind swords. Okay, this is intuition. Someone knows, but they act like they don't know. Okay, in this blind faith, you're going to get cut off. So there's a third party situation going on. There's the 9 of swords going on. And all this is telling me is that this is a 14, which is a 5, which means that there needs to be a change. There needs to be more options. That you need to look for an option and you need to go toward it. So, Capricorn, third party energy. All I see is Cancer, Gemini, and Libra. Cancer, Gemini, Libra, universe, unity, moon. So definitely big moon energy, big retrograde energy. Somebody is not having fun with their third parties. They have to make a blind faith decision if they ever want to go forward and move forward in life. You cannot go forward with all of this bull crap. You got all of these issues, and the third party doesn't even have to be a woman. Sometimes the third party is your vices. Sometimes it's your drink. It's your hanging out in the clubs. Is you wanting to be out in the street. Is you always wanting attention. Is you always wanting to be in somebody's face, whether you gay or not. You always in somebody's face. You can't never be by yourself. You do not bring peace. All you do is usher in chaos. Hey, stop. All you do is usher in chaos, and you wonder why you can't sleep at night is because everything in your life is chaotic. So if you are a Capricorn, you have any of these signs in your trait, in your chart. Venus, Uranus, Cancer, Gemini, double on the Cancer, Libra, Pisces, Scorpio. There are a lot of changes you have to make in life, and you have to cut them off. You have to have blind faith. The reason why you keep all these situations on is because you're very afraid to be by yourself. You see these people or these things as an option. You see these things as a comfort. I resonate a little bit in some ways with this as far as seeing things as a comfort. Sometimes you have to cut things off blindly to see how much better your life would be. So we got the 3, the 9, and the 2. That's 5 plus 9. We already know that's a 14, which turns into a 5. And if you're on the life path, somebody in my mouth. If you're on a life path of 5, it is changes, and you need more options. You need to do something better. If you know better, you do better. And this is what it is. It's time to put some things away. As you grow older, you don't continue doing the same things. You find something that works, or you get better. You might not be perfect, and you might still have another step after that. But if you don't take the step in between, how will you get closer to that step? A lot of people want to go from 4 to 8, and they can't. Sometimes you absolutely have to go through 5, 6, and 7 before you can get there. So you definitely have to take your time and be mindful. Take account of all the things in your life that work and do not work. Sometimes the third party isn't an actual physical person that you can talk to. Sometimes it's something that you do that keeps you away from moving forward. Might be social media, might be too much time spent at the gym doing things that don't add to you. Sometimes it might be that you spend too much time at the bar. You might spend too much time on gambling. You might spend too much time on football. You might spend too much time on your hobbies as opposed to doing the things that will actually make the real money. You spend less time with your kids. You don't spend enough time with your kids. It's so many things that you probably could do that would make a third party. Anything that keeps you away from the elevation of your life is considered a third party. Whether you physically cheat, have to take your clothes off or not, anything that takes away from the totality of your life is a third party. And this is why God asked to be, or your higher self, or however you worship or whatever. This is why the thing that gets you set, that puts you together for the rest of the world, that should be your only third party. This is why he said you have to include me, because if you don't include me, you'll let all these other things in. And this is why you need me here, because I will help you refute all these other things. I will be with you even when your spouse is gone and distracted. I'm going to be here, because what happens if you don't put me in this place, if you don't put me in this place, you'll find yourself out there, and you'll find yourself with someone's spouse. You'll find some with someone's drug. You'll find yourself with someone's kid in a bad way. You'll find yourself with a vice in a bad way. You'll find yourself in a situation in a bad way. And this is why it's good to walk with God. When your parent, when your partner isn't there, it's good to walk with God, because you can't cheat with God. God will beat you up if you touch him. Like, don't try to have sex with me. And this is why the embodiment of God is here, because that is godlike. To turn around to somebody who you know is spoken for and look at them and say, hey, don't get not one idea in your head. You belong to someone. You've taken vows to something. Stay faithful. And I'm going to help reinforce that. That is indeed mercy for yourself and others. To know a person's place and to reinforce that in a positive manner. I don't know who needs to hear this, but they did. That's just like when you find a kid on another street and you know they live 2 streets down, and you take your time and you say, you know what? I'm going to get you back over there, because I know who lives on the streets in between. I know there's a dog. I know there's, a mean person that might throw pee on you out the window, things of that nature. And this is why it's good to go with God, because he's not going to give you bad advice. And if at worst you can't carry yourself, he'll pick you up and carry you. But you run a lot of chance for issues when you have these third parties who don't have nothing to do with the godlike embodiment on this earth. And the godlike embodiment isn't really in the books. It's in you. You know inherently right and wrong. Before you ever learn to read the Bible and do the words, you had something in you that was like, that's just like when your mom looks at you and you get this. So it's something in you, that's something in your genes, in your DNA, that knows right from wrong. Even before you learned to read, even before you knew colors and things of that nature, you just didn't know how to say the words right from wrong. But there was something in you. God told me to tell you, God bless you, and stay out my business. Anyway, like I said. And you jealous because you don't have it. You see how that worked? There you go with that third party. Now beat yourself. Anyway, so yeah. When you could go with God instead of sitting there. See, God help me not to say nasty things to you. because I lean on him, because at the end of the day, you do nothing for me. Whether you like it here or not, you're here. And that's just about it. I didn't know you 10 seconds ago, and I don't know you now, and I'm not invested. So it's like that. And this is what embodying being with God is like. It's like feeling no ill will to people who are nobody to you. Feeling no ill will to things that make no difference. You know, it really did nothing at all. And that's wonderful, because when you are with him, there's nothing that can move or shake you. It is as functional as those boots that were on the Queen of Wands. She was fancy. She had all the fluff and the spoof and the things of that nature. But when she puts her feet to the ground, you cannot push her around. What's she about to do? Fall for you? Nah. She's the embodiment of God. She might float. She might, but to give you the satisfaction, that ain't gonna happen, babe. That ain't gonna happen. So Capricorn, definitely tell the third parties to exit stage left. You don't need them. They're not needed. They're trash. It's not. Sometimes things just can't be recycled, and you have to know. Damaged goods is damaged goods. All right, so moving right along into Aquarius. I'm in celestial love with an Aquarius. A love sent from above, love making furious. I wondered what it was. Very interesting how people will come on a live stream and ask wild questions. And ¿y tú? ¿Y tú? Muy bien, ¿y tú? ¿Cómo está? Muy bien, ¿y tú? ¿Y tú? Ah, buenos días. Muy bien, ¿y tú? Oh, te nada, amigo, no nada. Muy mal, amigo. Muy mal, amiga. No. Oh, the demons can't get it together. You see how my cards was going? Y'all don't fit together. Just a bunch of weird, odd pieces put together. You guys are sold on misfits. Just a bunch of scraps nobody really wants. Just unattractive. Acting unattractive while appearing pretty is diabolical. If you got an ugly mind, this mouth get ugly. You got an ugly mind, this mouth get ugly. Getting jiggy with it. Nah. Oh shit! It's you here. It's you here. Nah. I don't need no Will Smith acting fool to get with me. All right. I'm talking about the one that's off screen. I have more respect for him, not you. You think because you have some of the dynamics or the measurements of a Will Smith that you are a Will Smith? No, you have no rights. And just because you light skinned don't make you cute. I know some funny looking light skinned men. They look good at first, but if you actually to pay attention and sit still, they not that good looking at all. And they not as confused and angry as you. They're not. You want to dominate. I don't even think you gay. You just like to put your thing in things and dominate. Ew, you're just nasty. Here go that Aquarius popped up. That manly, that feminine man or that manly woman. And here go to fight in the battle. Leo Aquarius energy just popped straight out. I'ma stop, 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 stop. Was that Takashi and Megan? So somebody a rat too? Somebody got a messy cousin, a messy rainbow cousin. Excuse me. Dang. Aquarius be into too much. Ew. There's an Aquarius that be into too much. Ew. You like a whole cesspool and you hang in it. And y'all be buying floaters to float in that nasty thing. Ew. Y'all make the worst kind of soup. Ew. But go on, Aquarius. Ew. 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 And you a manifester. Ew. Why would you manifest something like that? Ew. Page of Pentacles. Fresh. Magician. Devil. You're a dark worker. That's who it is. It's you. It is you. It is you. Male or female is so confusing because that person doesn't even know what they are from one moment to the next. That is something attached to you. That is wow. And you plays in that stuff. You plays in that stuff. It's a younger person that plays in that stuff. Magician 1, 15, 16, 7. This is about to come to an end. This is about to come to an end. Or it's somebody's at the wit's end. Is somebody fed up? If it's not me, oh my gosh. This is fed up. This is dark work. This is an Aquarius. This is a high priest, a high priestess, but mostly a high priest because it's giving me a man. It gives me a very, 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 very whacked out of whack-a-mole man that got a lot of stuff going on, a lot of ideations, a lot of things. He don't really feel like he have to embody one sex or the other because all he wants to do is dominate, 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 and take over, take over, take over. This is the worst of the triad personalities. This person has gone full off kilter. This person is off script. The crazy part about it is this person is so diabolical. They talk nice. They talk sweet. They move calm. They real creepy. They real sinister. You see these goat, this young lamb, this young woman with calfskin boots on, brown by the way, and it could have been black. So you trying to sacrifice some girl with some pentacles because you either want to be her or you don't like her or you can't control her. And you're using all your connections to men and women alike, using all your connections to be the magician in this person's life. I don't like it. It's disgusting. It's distasteful. And the cycle is about to come to an end, which is this is a 17 because the 1 plus the 15 is 16 and that together is 17. So I got Capricorn energy out here, which is obsession and stalking excessively. This is anxiety. This is all the stuff it takes to kick up a mental health plan. This person will end up on somebody's psych ward if somebody don't put a stop to it now. This person is gone off the hook. This person is off the deep end. And I love Aquarius because Aquarius is very high in thought. They are good manifestors. They are very creative. And they're very different and expressive. However, the one that I got in front of me right now, where the last card came out, was this boy here. This person is obsessed with control. He does not care how he controls. He controls through all men, all women. He really thinks he is that guy himself. This person has either a God complex or he really think he is this guy here. Yeah, this person is working straight through Baal, and everybody who touches or attaches will get an entity from him. They will not know why they have a push and a pull on them. They will not know why they seek to do this person's bidding. even though they kind of know it's wrong, they will not know. And this person will try to appeal to them through their ego, through their finances, through their pocket. Yeah, let's get this money. Yeah, you look good. Yeah, we can get this. Yeah, you can get some dick. Yeah, you can be a wife. Yeah, you can be this. Yeah, he'll make promises that they'll never come through. Y'all, somebody working with a demonic force, and it ain't here, because I don't play like that. Somebody working with them, and it ain't me. It's an Aquarius Libra. It's a Aquarius Libra Gemini. But like I said, this is an Aquarius reading, so I'm very inclined to think this is one of those warlocks. This is one of them high functioning men out here that keep everybody in chaos and always triangulating somebody with something. It could be a penny on the floor. They will try to triangulate that you with that penny. If they feel like you lowly enough, they'll get you in a situation where you'll be fighting for that penny. I'm trying to tell you, get yourself together and get it together. Oh, if God told you that, then I don't like your God, because you worship a false God. I already talked about Sagittarius. You're late. And a hit dog will holler. Okay, so next, Pisces. Pisces, because Aries is the last. Okay, then we got 7 on the screen, which is 14, which is a 5, which is changes in options. Changes in options. King of Wands, wish fulfillment. We got a Pisces. Pisces is defeat, and Pisces just rolled out the other day, and we have been up. Nope. Pisces is today. Today is the last day in Pisces today. Okay, so wish fulfillment, 10 of Cups, King of Wands, and they are functioning of the feet. That is the soul. The feet are the souls. Okay, so we have a King of Wands out here that's supposed to be the king of not as much abundance, but he is capable of getting to the bag. He's very relaxed. He's got his legs wide open. He's very, very relaxed. So what are you airing out down there? Looks like he is passionate. Wish fulfillment. He's also looking for wish fulfillment. This is at the end of the deck, which is Pisces energy. Pisces in Pisces. This is great. It's double downing on it. It's double downing on it. Okay, let's go. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. All right, Pisces, how are you? Good morning. Happy birthday to those. And your birthday is coming up. Congratulations to you. You make it there. Bam. 7 of Cups. We had a 7 and 7 on the screen, and then we got the 7 of Cups coming out in Scorpio. So it's very passionate, and there's wands here. There's somebody offering a wand. There's a wand, an idea. So somebody has they want to make love. They want to make love. And they think making love is a way to this abundance. And this is Pisces. Okay, so justice is coming out now. All right, so we've got the 7 and the 11. 7-Eleven, someone wants it open like 7-Eleven. They want it open like 24/7. Oh, really? Really? Is that fruitful? That's the justice they want. Look, you see it here? Then this is the second card here. This is what they're manifesting. This is what they're thinking of. And justice. Will you get justice? This is definitely a question. This is Libra energy. And this is the 11, which is justice. You see the checkerboards here, black and white. It's called duality. Somebody is thinking that they're going to manifest something using their wand. Okay. May you get justice in that. I don't know. I ain't got nothing to do with that. This is not my story. I do not resonate with it. So somebody wants to basically use their wand for manifestation. Somebody actually wants to do sex magic on someone in order to bring forth this bread. But wouldn't it be just as wise to just go get money the regular way, as opposed to basically trying to hold off somebody hard work? This is what it looks like. That's what it looks like. This is Pisces energy, and yeah, Scorpio, Pisces, Scorpio. So watch out for those passionate people that are trying to basically pound you out of your tax money. So there's somebody who's trying to have sex with you and get a loan from you. They're trying to get your tax money. They're trying to get your money. They're looking at your pinnacles and your cups. They're trying to get an offer. Somebody's trying to get in where they fit in. They're trying to get in possibly before you get it, so that you're none the wiser as they're siphoning the hell out of your money and your energy out of you. But yeah, that's for you. I told you I ain't messing with nobody, especially doing no taxis. That's the best way to get got. So we got this 7-Eleven out here, which turns into an 18, which turns into a 9. So I don't know if you're going to get a 9 of cups or a 9 of wands, but it looks like somebody's going to be giving out endless dick, like endless shrimp at the seafood bar. But however, I don't know if you're going to pay for shrimp, endless shrimp. So somebody wants to give it to you a lot, even though they may not be good at it or prepared or equipped for it. But they think that this is going to bring forth justice. I'm not going to give you any clues, but I'm just going to say I don't know what you're going to get out of it. You're going to get paid dust. Or at best you're going to find out that you're a lesbian because hey, you're taking endless shrimp. Yeah, you're an inch or no, you're an inch away from finding out the real you. That is not the gender reveal we were looking for. Okay, so let's get out of there, Pisces. So just be mindful of somebody trying to screw you out of your brains to get all of your money and get all of your control. And that can go vice versa. There can be a woman that's going to try to screw you out of all of your plans, your money, your child support, everything she can get out of you, and then she's going to laugh when you get locked up for non-payment. Oh, happy lovely day. Be mindful, there's people that will definitely play in your face and watch you go down. Why would you let somebody convince you not to pay your child support when you have a child? You know, God punishes those who make children and do not take care of them. He punishes them extra. It might not be in the time that you think it's going to be, but it's going to be a time, and it's going to be a good damn time when people are laughing at your ass for not taking care of your kid. And that woman that convinced you not to pay your child support because she needed some extra hair or some extra nails or something, I'm going to tell you now, that is going to be some awful, awful karma. And that woman is not going to get you out of jail because she's going to be plotting on her baby father to put him in jail because she's not getting all that. When she started messing with you, her baby father started doing the same thing that you do to your baby mother. And you see how all that got pushed around. Her baby father is now ghosting her and not giving her child support, and you're ghosting your baby mother so that you can help her with support with her child, but you're not supporting your child. So yeah, she's going to laugh at you when the police pull up and lock your dumb ass up, and then she's going to get the idea to call on her baby father too. See how that works? Okay. So, and we got the Page of Cups. So, somebody's retrograding that is ruled by the planet of Jupiter. They are retrograding out of this damn world. And God forbid they are being administered karma at the same time that they are retrograding. They feel like they feel like there is something being done to them by somebody else. No, God, that is Father God and you and your damn bad deeds. That shit came back. That's a backfire. Okay. So, yeah. Sometimes it's nobody messing with you. That's karma. That's you messing with you. You just forgot. You forgot. It's convenient to forget. All right, so we got Aries. It's our last sign, and we're going to wrap it up because the kid has to go to school. Knight of Wands, Queen of Wands, Sun. So there's a beautiful family here. There's a Knight of Wands, there's a Queen of Wands. So there might be a young fella getting with an older lady, and they're going to go and ride off in the sunset. Hey, because I just realized after I watched one of these YouTube things that these old fellas ain't what they used to be, and they ain't gonna be at all. Ain't what it used to be. Ain't what it used to be. Ain't what it used to be. Oh, man, 908. What used to be. I don't want his ass either. So, just be on the lookout. There may be some more age gap relationships happening. There might be more younger guys going in with the younger girls. Either way, take what resonates, takes what's good for you, what works. Try not to play around on people and wrap it up, because there are people who are willing to give you STDs and HIV and all these things just because they are miserable and they can't find anybody else to walk toward the grave with, okay? Some people will take away your right and your free will because they've given away theirs. So remember to definitely practice safe sex and safe love. However, have a great day. Don't come for me because somebody's spinning you. I love you all. Mwah.